What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to my player ratings here on Anfield Agenda after the Reds beat Wolves by 1-0 to book our place in the next round of the FA Cup, where we will travel to the Amex to take on Brighton. Look, lots to get through in this one, lots of players to cover, so let me know if you agree or disagree with the scores or the ratings I give to the lads. You know the drill by now. Let me know in the comment section, and do drop a like on the video. We are being brought to you as well with thanks to our sponsors Circl, the football sweepstakes game where the winners decided by events that happen live on the pitch and every moment counts. If you want to join us for the classic shifter game against Chelsea at the weekend, the classic shifter, I mean the Circl game, not the game against Chelsea, you can scan that QR code bottom left hand corner of the screen. If you're a UK resident, age 18 plus, you are eligible to play along with us. It is a gambling product though, so please do gamble responsibly. Look, I'm going to go through these as quickly as I can, starting with Caoimhín Kelleher, who was a pleasant surprise for me. I always like to see Caoimhín get minutes, particularly in the cup game, so good to see him get the role and good to see him keep a clean sheet. He didn't have too much to do, but as always, when Caoimhín needs to command his area, he does it, and there was a couple of occasions today where I thought he did that and did it very well. Look, he is working with and learning from some of the best in Ali, in Taffarel. You know, he is at a good club to hone his craft. So great for Caoimhín Kelleher. Yes, I know there are some difficult decisions ahead for Caoimhín in his career, but right now let's just enjoy a good performance from him and give him a nice solid 7. Moving on though to the next player, my friends, and that is Jimmy Milner, the man who could be getting another year's contract extension if you believe the stories in the papers over the last couple of days. And as always from James Milner, he comes in and he's steady as she goes. Good performance from him. Wore the captain's armband today with no Jordan Henderson and performed admirably for me on that right hand side. More than admirably. He played pretty good, let's be honest. The fact that he's 37 years of age, he's an example. I say this all the time to any young footballer out there starting in their careers. Live your life like James Milner and you will not go too wrong. Thought Jimmy Milner was really good today, so I'm going to give him a 7 also. Moving on to Joe Gomez, a man who, let's be honest, we've all had some doubts about recently. But today, I thought Joe put in a pretty accomplished performance. Some good last-ditch clearances. There was one certain goal for me from, who was it again from Wolves? Which player was it? It was the centre forward. Yes, it was the centre forward, whose name escapes me at this moment. Raul Jimenez, Craig. Raul Jimenez. I thought he was going to have a tap in, and Joe Gomez somehow got a block in, and the bonus point was they didn't even get a corner for it. We got a goal kick, which was great. So Joe, fair play to you, mate, today. A good solid 7 for Joe. I know there's been 3 7s, by the way, for the first 3 scores, but I'm building up to the big boys. Ibou Konate. Now this is where you'll see a 7 increase. For me, Ibrahima Konate has really stepped up since Virgil van Dijk has picked up an injury. He is the future leader of our defence, and I know we were beaten thoroughly by Brighton, but I thought he actually was one of the few players that looked okay in that game, and today I thought you've seen the class of Ibrahima Konate. He was quite simply brilliant, an absolute calming, reassuring presence back there, and he will be the first one to break the 8 barrier today. So well done to Ibou, a very good performance. Konate and Tsimikas, unsure of Kostas today. Sometimes I think he overplays things, but you have to give him props for his sheer energy. I mean, we're blessed with 2 left backs who will run up and down that flank all day long. But I can't say I was blown away by Kostas today. And I definitely don't think he's pushing himself ahead of Andy Robertson for the Chelsea game. So I'm going to give Kostas a 6 today. Stefan BAJCETIC, my Anfield Agenda man of the match, and I hope you at home or you guys watching this agree with me. And when I say guys, by the way, it's just an Irish term. I mean guys or girls. I just mean everybody. And Stefan BAJCETIC in a midfield alongside Thiago, he didn't look out of place. And in fact, as I said, I think was the best player on the park today. So for me, Stefan BAJCETIC is an outstanding talent. We're blessed to have him. I can't wait to see him develop. And you can see why Jurgen Klopp believes in him. He looks a really good footballer. My Anfield Agenda man of the match, and I'm going to give him a nice big 9. Right, next player up, Naby, the player who we heard again this week in the media that contract negotiations seem to have broken down, which means it's very likely Naby Keita moves on at the end of the season. But between now and then, we still have the opportunity to utilise a fit and available Naby Keita. I don't know about you, but for me, he is in our best midfield three when everybody gets fit. So I hope to see him play against Chelsea. And I thought he did okay today. Which way do we go with this? 7. Got to give him a 7. We're going to keep rolling with the positive vibes. I did promise you the other day in the video, more positive vibes. Thiago Alcantara. I was surprised, really surprised to see him in the starting lineup today. I was sure, having played on Saturday and with the game coming up next Saturday, we wouldn't see him play 3 games in the space of a week. But Klopp played him today, and again, I thought that our midfield looked really good, and I thought him and BAJCETIC were a big reason for that. So let's go with a 6 from Thiago. I mean, he's capable of better. He was outshone, I should say, in my opinion, by BAJCETIC, but a 6 for Thiago is like a 7 for a real human, like a normal human. I judge this guy by the highest of standards because he's a baller. We move on to Harvey Elliott. To say I was happy for him today, to say I was delighted to see him ram down some of the abuse and crap that has been labelled at him by some Liverpool fans, saying he's washed, he's not good enough, he's, nowhere near the level, he's championship. No, he is not. He's not the finished article yet. He is learning a new position. He is, in my opinion, a brilliant young football player who we should be getting behind and not trying to box off as being finished. 19 years of age. Have we not learned yet to give these guys time? And that goal today from Harvey Elliott was sensational. Great strike. So happy for him. Thought he put in a good shift as well. So yeah, let's give Harvey Elliott an 8 because he won us the game with an absolutely outstanding strike. Fabio Carvalho, we've been screaming, most of us, for him to get minutes. And today, he was okay. I don't think he will have made the manager think I have to start Fabio Carvalho against Chelsea at the weekend, but I definitely think he did enough to say that we shouldn't see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain playing again for Liverpool ahead of this young man, in my opinion. I'm going to give him a 6 today because I honestly don't think he was at his best, but again, he hasn't had much minutes lately, so it's tough for a player to come in cold like that without match rhythm and play, and I think he did okay. Moving on to Cody Gakpo. Difficult one this because you can see the want is there for him to get off the mark for Liverpool. He was trying some strikes today from areas that he probably shouldn't be trying. And I find it very difficult to be in any way critical of him because he's come into the club at a difficult moment. We're struggling, we've got attackers out, and he's being thrust into the limelight straight away and asked to produce, which is difficult. You're coming from a new league to a new country, getting used to a new style of football. So for me, no pressure on Cody Gakpo for the rest of the season. In my humble opinion, he should be given that time to settle in. So for Gakpo, a 6, but he will get better as he gets more used to the system and the league. Mohamed Salah, always nice to see Mo come off the bench. It's if we're winning a game and Mo's coming off the bench, it must be pretty demoralising for the opposition. And look, he didn't really do too much when he came on, but then again, I didn't really want him on the pitch anyway because I wanted to save him for the game against Chelsea. So he came on, we seen out the game, he put himself about a little bit, didn't really ever look like scoring or anything, but let's give him a nice happy 6 and move along. Nat Phillips did make an impact when he came on. We obviously seen Joe Gomez then shift out to the right hand side, and I thought Nat Phillips was brilliant. I thought look, it always makes me laugh when I look at the image that we use of him here because it looks like the top of his head is cut off, and he again put his head in the way today of many crosses in. Did give away a free kick in a dangerous position for Wolves, so thankfully came to nothing, but I thought Nat Phillips defended manfully when he came on, put himself about, and is a good solid centre back. So 7 for me for Nat Phillips' performance. Curtis Jones, again, somebody who, and I include myself in this, we as Liverpool fans have been pretty critical of recently because he's either been injured or not playing well. I think he did okay today when he came on. We had a little bit of the good, controlling the ball in tight areas, freeing up space, in the penalty area, quick feet, getting onto his left foot, getting a strike away. And then there was a couple of other silly things like a ball he tried to slip through to Elliott who wasn't on the same page as him, but I thought it was okay from Curtis Jones today. I think he looked lively, so let's give Curtis Jones a 6 as well and move on. To Fabinho, Yeah, I think Fabinho, I mean, did you see the ball he played for Ben Doak? That diagonal ball? If Trent or Verge or Hendo hit that, we'd all be purring over it. It was sublime. So for that alone, you're getting a 7 because it was just an unbelievable ball. And then this young man, Ben Doak, who we're all excited about. You know, it is... Yeah, it's going to be fun watching this young man play football for Liverpool. He has everything. The quick feetedness, footedness. He's very quick with his feet. He is good at covering ground. He is no fear whatsoever. He takes players on. And I know that sounds like a simple thing, but to me, not enough Liverpool players these days actually take people on. And I cannot wait. I don't want to put any undue pressure on him because he's still a young man developing. But you can see why we worked so hard to bring him in from Celtic. He really does look like the real deal. So fingers crossed that Ben Doak continues to develop as it looks like he will. And we give him a 7 for his lovely little cameo today. And that is it. We come back around to Caoimhín Kelleher. So look, we got the win today. Jurgen Klopp has a smile on his face for the right reasons, and we look ahead to the game against Chelsea coming up at the weekend. We will, of course, be doing a watch along of it on our Twitch channel. You will find the link to that in the description of this video. And also, don't forget, if you'd like to join us for the Circl shifter circle for the game against Chelsea, scan that QR code in the top right hand corner at this moment in time. Top right hand corner of the screen. If you're UK resident 18 plus, you are eligible to play along with us. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who was your man of the match? Who played well? Who should be in the starting lineup against Chelsea? And don't go anywhere, my friends, because myself and Paddy Murphy will be coming back together to do another match reaction. That is going to be a new thing you will get every match day here on Anfield Agenda. So I will bid you all farewell and talk to you soon. Much love. Bye bye.